mates!
Aloha, happy travelers!
Welcome back on board Norwegian's Pride of America. Day number 2, we find ourselves on the island of Maui. We're gonna go grab our rental car and head out on our adventure, so let's go ahead and get it started. Day number 2 begins right now.
Look how fun this is. This is like, instead of having a magnet, you have this like little spinny thing to make up the room, or just welcome. What can I say except you're welcome? We're in Maui today, oh yeah.
And here is our first look at Maui. The mountains in the background, look at the valley there in between them. Very, very nice. Definitely not as built up, at least not in this area, as in Honolulu.
And look, we actually made the buffet breakfast. It's a miracle. And I have a feeling that miracle is gonna happen like every day of this cruise because it's gonna be so busy. But if you wanna know what I get for breakfast, there it is. Whoa, we've never seen this nice picture and video board.
So that was really cool getting off the ship. They didn't scan our room key card like they normally do. They had like this facial recognition thing, like how you might see like at an airport or when you like disembark a ship, like when you're getting off the cruise ship, like the end of your sailing. Like we see that in Miami and stuff sometimes. But we've never had that like for the port before. So that was very cool and very efficient. And the specific port that we're at today in Maui is Kahului. And what's really cool is that we are actually going to be docked here overnight. So we don't really have an all aboard time for today. We just need to be back on board by 5:30 tomorrow. Now what our game plan is for today, and pretty much every port that we're going to be at during this trip, is we are going to get a rental car because we have like a very large party. We have 8 people in our party and we have 2 kiddos that need car seats. So instead of trying to find like a car or like a Lyft or a cab that would have a car seat and that would fit 8 people, we're just going to rent a car for the day that we're in port, or for this situation 2 days that we're in port. So what we're going to do right now is we are going to get a Lyft over to where we're going to pick up our rental car, bring it back over to the port, pick up the rest of our party, and then be on our merry way to enjoy Maui.
Hi there.
Hi!
Not too bad. Good.
All right, we got dropped off at the Kahului airport. Gonna go to the Avis lot, pick up our rental car, and then head back to the port. Do you remember how much this rental car was gonna be for the 2 days total?
400 and something, I think. Oh, $393.81. Now that is with adding a booster seat and a like child seat.
Yeah.
Those cost extra.
So for 2 days and like an 8-person passenger
it's an
vehicle.
expedition extended length, so
Yeah.
you gotta pay extra for that.
But just to kind of give you an idea of price in case you decide to do the same sort of thing. And also to the Lyft ride to get over to here from the cruise port was about 15 minutes. So 15 minutes to get there and back and get a rental car, and then we can go out and enjoy our day.
Still a lot cheaper than excursions through the cruise line. Whoa.
This is true.
This is nice.
This is nice. We're in the car and we're on our way. Matthew, where are we heading to?
We are heading to Haleakala National Park. It is a huge deal here. All kinds of mountains and valleys and vistas and things like that.
It's about an hour from the cruise port, an hour drive, and it's supposed to be absolutely gorgeous.
Now the park entrance is going to be about $15 per person or $30 per vehicle, unless you have some kind of annual or senior or special pass for the National Park Services, because this is a U.S. national park.
Oh, and if you're going early before 7 a.m., between I think 3 a.m. and 7 a.m., you need a reservation to access the park because it's so popular for those sunrise hikes to get up in the mountains and see the clouds and the sunrise. But if you're coming after 7, no reservation required.
First things first, let's check out the visitor center.
Look how cute. Like over here, like they have like some of the like brochures and information you can take. But look, they have like a little like certificate of the park, and you can use the official stamp and stamp your passport. And we all know I can't turn down a stamp. Yeah. Ooh, souvenir magnets. I can't resist. They have a lot of things in here that you would expect out of a national park, like a bunch of patches with the park name on it, pins, hiking stick kind of pins things, a ton of postcard, a ton of like vinyl stickers, magnets, all sorts of stuff. And of course they have like wildlife books, they have some like Christmas ornaments, a lot of really cool stuff in here. I really like this national park poster, and it's a postcard, but like it's of the poster, and it's really cool. I love how colorful this one is. And if you do think you're gonna get some souvenirs, just keep in mind they don't accept Apple Pay because they don't get a signal up here, and they don't accept cash, only credit card. Oh, and outside this first visitor center, there's an overlook where we can see a bunch of clouds. We're in the clouds today. It's pretty cool. And here's a map of the park. Here's the first visitor center that we're at, and then there's going to be another one kind of more up the summit a bit, and all the hiking tracks available. Also, it is chilly, like 55 degrees chilly, which I know may not be chilly to a lot of people, but for this Floridian, it's chilly. And look what I wore today. I wore shorts, not a smart idea. So definitely dress in layers if you're coming up here, because the higher you get, colder it gets.
Yeah, it was like one of the quickest you could go from sea level to this elevation in the world.
All right, we're at the second visitor center that's closer to the summit. We're gonna check that out and see what it's all about.
Unique spot here. It's like we're in the desert.
We've seen like, I don't know, I feel like 5 different like environments since we've been here. Like I feel like we went through the redwoods. I felt like we were in the Smokies, desert,
This?
clouds.
A crater down there.
Whoa, that looks crazy. It looks like we're on another planet.
Now in this visitor center, they have this display which will kind of help give us an idea of what we've been looking at. So we're at this visitor center here, kind of towards the summit. You can see it kind of just goes off on either side. And this is where all the color is. In the valley, the gap, and down to the ocean.
Oh, this sign is really neat. It shows like the different symbols for the different national parks and historical sites in Hawaii. So we're at Haleakala today, and we'll be at volcanoes later in the trip. My uncle was telling us something super interesting, that this red volcanic rock is actually the older, like that's how you can tell that it's older volcanic rock, and then the black volcanic rock is like the newer or more recent rock that's been formed. So pretty cool that you can tell that by the color. I think it has something to do with like the iron oxidizing or something like that. But yeah, there's a little volcanic knowledge.
Now let's head up this small trail here.
I heard the lady in the gift shop say that that visitor center is at 9,700 feet elevation, and where we're going is going to be 10,000 feet elevation.
10,000 years? I'll give
You such a crick in the neck. Look at the size of these steps. Ugh. I'm not gonna lie, I'm feeling the burn a bit, but the tippy top view will be worth it. Ooh, those flowers are really pretty.
Dun, dun, dun.
It's like Rocky.
Da-da-da. Wow, the view is not too different actually up here than it was back at the visitor center, especially when the clouds are rolling through. It kind of blocks everything. I bet if it was clear, it would be a much different view.
But if you just give it a minute, it probably will be clear because the wind's pushing the clouds so much.
True, and a little bit of misty rain with it.
You know what Maui is known as?
What?
The Island of Valleys.
Well, I'm not sure why.
It's appropriate.
It looks like we're on Tatooine.
That was just Maui just messing around. Hey Matt,
Huh?
you know what I thought about?
No.
It's misting a little bit right now. You should stick your tongue out and taste the rain because like we're in the cloud right now. So this is like the freshest rain you can possibly get in the world.
I almost did a bit of a Skittles advert there. Taste the rainbow.
Taste the cloud. How is it?
Not getting too much, to be honest.
But that little bit you're getting, is it refreshing?
Absolutely.
Good. Aw, man, we didn't see the wolf spider. Matt would have loved to have found it and held it in his hand, just like this.
I wouldn't have minded seeing one. Definitely not in the hand.
Just like this.
Not risking that. No one should risk that. They're venomous. You shouldn't do it.
On the road again. We're on the road going to the tippy top now. Just some general information about the park. They do want you staying on the designated trails, not walking on the rocks or anything like that. There are bathrooms available 24/7, and also altitude sickness is real, so make sure you call if you start to not feel good. Also, no drones allowed. It's cool. There's a big observatorium over there, and I guess sometimes you can go visit, but it's not open today. But apparently there is a telescope in there so strong it can detect a basketball 20,000 miles away. That is pretty impressive. They have this little enclosure here at the top, and what's really cool is they have this sign. I didn't know this. So it's 10,023 feet up to the tippy top, which is where we're at, but it goes 19,680 feet below the water. It's kind of like an iceberg. There's like more underneath than there is up top.
So there's the first building we stopped at, and then we continued on up, stopped at that building, that was our last stop, and now we're here.
Here's another tidbit about the park that might be helpful, that there is no gas available in the park or food available in the park. Except for I did see some granola bars sold in the visitor center, but apparently no restaurants, so come prepared, I suppose.
Now we are overnight in Maui, so we'll be here today and tomorrow. But then after that, we're going to the Big Island, and it says you can oftentimes see it in the distance from here. I think too many clouds right now. Well, we thought we wouldn't be able to see the island today, but actually, I'm pretty sure we can right there. Check it out. Big Island.
All right, Mr. Driver, we're back in the car.
We are.
Where are we heading to next?
We are headed to the road to Hana. We are not going all the way there. We're just going to get on the road. There's some different scenic things to take in there, including some waterfalls.
Ooh.
But we're going to enjoy the drive back out now, up above the clouds here.
Look, we're soaring like the birds over the clouds. Flying.
So we've been traveling down the road to Hana, and we're stopping off here at Twin Falls, a little waterfall area. It's supposed to be really nice.
Look at this view. That is gorgeous.
Now that is what I wanted out of Hawaii, right there.
If it's never been in the water, then it's something. That's what we do.
Wow. Hey Matt, you're next.
It must be good.
Get up there.
It must be.
That's awesome. It's a rainbow eucalyptus tree. Look at the color.
Look how smooth they look.
That's crazy. Okay, back over near the cruise ship. See? Cruise ship. Now, our next little adventure is to figure out where we are going to park our car overnight, because as I mentioned earlier, we're going to be in Maui overnight. We're going to use our car tomorrow to get into more adventures tomorrow. But where do we park the car? Where is it okay to park the car? Now, where we're pulled into right now is this Maui Mall, which is right across the street to where like you come out of like the security and like the stuff you have to go through before you end up out on the street. So this is kind of like your first street access once you get off the cruise ship. So we parked the car here for a second just to let the fam get back to the ship so we could figure out where we're gonna park overnight. All right, Matthew, what solution did we come up with for our parking situation?
Well, let me tell you this, is that if you do any research online, you'll probably find outdated information that tells you to park here at the Maui Mall. Don't do that, because they just put up a week or so ago, we were told by our Lyft driver earlier, these signs that say, do not park here overnight. And the gate guard just told us, yeah, if they catch you parked over there overnight, they will cite you. They'll leave it on the windshield. It's like $125. So
we're not going to do that.
We're not going to do that. What my plan was before we even got here was to park at the Maui Seaside Hotel?
No, that's the one we're going to.
We're going to the Seaside. We were going to park at the Maui Beach Hotel because they had like $5 overnight parking. And I called them earlier and they said, oh, we stopped that in December. Great. So we talked to the guard and he said, oh, but next door, the Maui Seaside or whatever, they're still doing it. And we just have to go in there and pull in and we'll get a little card, $25 to park overnight, which of course isn't cheap, but well worth it to have the car right here because we have an early venture in the morning, want the car right here so it's easy to access.
And $25 is better than a $130 ticket.
Exactly. So
let's roll out. All right, here we go. Just right down the road, Texaco right here, turn, Maui Seaside Hotel.
And the sign over to the left says Maui Beach Hotel. That's not apparently the one we want. Apparently we want the Seaside.
We can't go next door, but we can go right here, apparently. Wow, outside the hotel, this may be the most beautiful hibiscus I've ever seen. Whoa, look at this awesome mural inside. I love it, this is beautiful. I mean, not that we're staying here, but I like it. All right, I highly recommend that option. At least so far, I highly recommend that option. People inside were so nice. Only $25. I don't think that's too bad for feeling like your car is safe and legal and not gonna get towed. And it's just a couple-minute walk from the cruise port, so I think that's good. I feel good with our choice today.
We'll take it. All right, friends, that is going to do it for us. Day number 2 on board the Pride of America. Tomorrow we will be back on board the ship, of course, and we will be back in Maui because it's an overnight.
Yeah, so we're gonna have more fun in the port, but we're gonna be doing something completely different, so stay tuned for that.
As always, if you're interested in booking your own cruise travels, please feel free to reach out via the travel agent information. You can find it in the description of this video. It's completely free to use, so why not do it? All right, we'll see you back tomorrow. Day number 3 on board Pride of America, back in Maui. But until then, we're signing off for the night.
Happy travels!